So, even though my channel is relatively new, there are still some benefits that I have noticed to starting my channel that I actually haven't seen in a lot of videos yet. Like, a lot of people talk about the benefits to starting a YouTube channel, and these are the benefits I have not seen listed anywhere yet. And none of them have anything to do with making money or having an audience or anything like that. It is purely self improvement. It all has to do with me. It has nothing to do with any outside factors, nothing to do with money, nothing to do with audience, nothing to do with fame, nothing like notoriety, nothing like that. These are all just things that I have noticed that have just fallen into place in my life ever since starting this channel. And maybe I can influence you to start a channel of your own. This one is kind of the most obvious, but that's why I'm just going to hurry up and get it out of the way. But you have an unfiltered outlet where no one can really like police, censor, or interrupt you, and you can get an entire freaking thought out without some emotionally unhealed person trying to fill in projections between the lines. And if somebody does decide to bless you with the watch time while they do type out something in criticism, you are completely in control. You can respond to hate comments. You know how they do those like responding to hate comments videos where they alchemize it into positive, where they dance to it or they turn it into a song. You could do a Q&A where, if you see a lot of questions in your comment, or even if you see a lot of snarky questions, you can answer them in a way that fights their condescending nature with knowledge and compassion. You can do one of those ask me anythings and yeah, no, you don't owe anybody anything. You can answer whatever you want. Or you can delete it because you owe nobody anything. Or you can ignore it because you don't even owe them the satisfaction of knowing that you have seen it. I do see a lot of big YouTubers heart react the hate comments. All right. I see some of them segue hate comments into discussion. Like if someone leaves something just unhinged. So I've seen people leave some unhinged stuff. They'll be like, "That's really interesting. So tell me how you feel about this." And you can use that reaction for any response from disagreement to somebody's having an episode. You know what I mean? That segueing it into a discussion is appropriate for just about any type of criticism or hate because it probes discussion of further opinion. Make sure you stay detached though. It's easier faceless because I mean, I can always fall back on y'all don't know me. You do not know me. And I don't know you, and that's okay. But anyway, number two, I feel like having a channel has given me better emotional control. Now, how is this? Because I finally feel like I have a way to express pent up thoughts. Some of my thoughts challenge the status quo and the mindsets of people in the surrounding areas in which I live. So, in my day to day, when things upset me, I just breathe and I know that I am going to find a way to make a video about it. It allows me to put those things on the back burner and I know that I'll be able to do something with it later. And it allows me to focus on the things that are important at the time. So it gives me a way to kind of just put that on the shelf. I can put it on the shelf for later. My channel gives me a way to channel myself into something. Number three, it just really feels like I'm challenging my brain and doing an assignment, like I'm writing a paper or something. It just tickles the creative centers of my brain that being a kid and maybe doing a book report would get going and activate. Having a creative process and writing out my ideas, coming up with better talking points in each video. And if I forget one, I got a part two. Great. I got a part three. Great. Having a content planner, all of these things, they allow me to use the academic parts of my brain that I haven't been able to use in a long time. These faculties that are severely underused. I really liked being in school and being that level of organized. And I feel like utilizing those skills again is good for you. Because if you don't have an office job, you're not doing stuff like this. If you're not doing a sit down office desk job that like goes through some paperwork, you're not doing stuff like this. I just think it feels mentally like it just feels like it's exercising my brain somehow. I don't know. It just kind of feels like I'm at school. And speaking of feeling like I'm at school, number four, I am learning new words. This is both on accident and on purpose. So, on accident, because as I'm looking at videos on how to edit, how to record, how to, stuff like YouTube help. I'm learning terms and stuff that is pertaining to this area, but also I'm learning new words when it comes to recording because I don't want to keep using the same words over and over and over and over again. So I'm a whatnot girl. I use the word whatnot a lot. I I one of my videos, like I'm bulk recording right now, and a lot of my that's another one I say. I say a lot. But in a couple of my videos, I had to go and re-record a lot of segments. See, I had to go and re-record a few segments because I had said whatnot like 17 times. So I am making a conscious, on purpose effort to make sure I learn some new words. I'm trying to learn 10 new words a week, and I'm actually going through and testing myself on them, making sure I know how they're spelled, making sure I know the context of them, making sure I know how to use them, how to apply them to today's world. And I'm trying to apply at least 2 to 5 of them to my videos. So that's a personal goal of mine is every week I try to apply 2 to 5 of the 10 vocab words I learn a week to my YouTube videos. I downloaded an app that you swipe like TikTok, but instead of seeing TikToks, it shows you vocabulary words and it will speak the word so you know how to pronounce it because that's important to me too. It'll give you the definition. It'll give you a couple of like uses, like context, clues. It'll give you different definitions if it may have a different definition, stuff like that, synonyms. But in learning these new words, it really opens my eyes to just how many more words there really are. Wow. It's amazing. And as I learn these new words, that takes me into number 5. I have a way to document my growth on this channel. My change in situation and mindset will basically be scrapbooked here. 5 to 10 years from now, I'll be able to look back and reflect. How have me and my living situation, my mindset, my goals, and all that changed? And I can reflect on and celebrate this. I could have grown. Yay. Maybe I leveled down though. What can I have done to stay on track no matter what life threw my way? Maybe you could use your channel to pinpoint the exact moment where everything went wrong. Or if there was nothing you could do, then you at least can look back on the happy moments and know that you'll have them back soon. So these were 5 benefits to starting a YouTube channel that do not include having any sort of audience, that do not include making any sort of money, that do not include like notoriety or anything like that I have noticed on my first week of having a YouTube channel. I'm only about 6 subscribers deep right now, and these benefits are so apparent that I can only imagine how grateful I'm going to be when my stories are finally able to get out there and help somebody, even if it's just one person, or even if that person is myself, even if the only person I'm able to help along the way is myself. I will be fine with that. I'm actually excited to see if once my channel picks up, if there are any benefits that do not involve notoriety once I have a small amount of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, once I have a small audience, will there be any more layers to these benefits that don't necessarily involve validation from the audience? I guess we'll have to find out. But let me know what you think. Do you think you will be starting a YouTube channel? What are some other benefits that I didn't name to putting yourself out there? I would love to hear your thoughts down below. And if you want to hear more thoughts like mine, feel free to like and subscribe. I am posting new videos whenever I have new thoughts. Now go and have the best, most blessed day. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Keep at it. Stay authentic and unafraid. Your people will find you. Now, bye.